Oh, well.
There you are.
Yeah. Forgot to fix my camera this week. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to you from the dark recesses of the proverbial Dawn Forge pouch. This is episode 241 of the Shattered Soulstone. Don't get hit by the band hammer. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download at bit.ly/Soulstone 2019. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, MP3 player, or Real Man phone. Today is December 12th, 2019. I am your main man, Deadgreed. Today, like always, I brought like one of my second favorite type people coming to you from places where you come from, and a Riker hat. It's Shazam.
What's going on?
Hey. Ooh, how was your week, brother?
It was all right. It's like my first full 5-day week in a while. It was a pretty shitty week. Huh?
At work?
Yeah.
Oh, you worked 5 days?
Yeah.
I wish I only worked 5 days.
You can.
No, I can't. Well, I could. You're right.
There you go.
I won't. It's all about that money, bro.
Yeah.
Especially right now, bro. Right now, I'm like a stripper, bro. I'm out there on that stage grinding.
You're busy and we're dead, so.
You're dead and you worked 5 days?
Yeah. I got to show up for work.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we have like no work whatsoever.
Wow.
People ain't showing up.
Yeah, it's the holidays. They're probably like, I don't know, at their mother's.
Like, yeah, we're gonna schedule this appointment, but I ain't showing up. Fuck it. That's the way it is.
I mean, they probably have something important to do. Like, cook a turkey or like
not show up for their appointment.
Oh, I mean, whatever, right? Oh, man. Let's get into the weeks in gaming, brother. What are you up to this week, gaming-wise?
I started grinding on my Demon Hunter, and like, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, I was like, this leaderboard's looks pretty easy to get on. Let's just take my build that I grind 92s with, and let's get on the leaderboard with it. So I took my multi-shot Demon Hunter with like not fully ancient out, not like very few augments. And I think I did a 106. And I got 777 on the leaderboard, which I'm at 800 and something now, but multi-shot Demon Hunter that's not fully ancient out, I can't complain about that.
That's nice.
Then I was playing multi-shot Demon Hunter like all week. I got really tired of playing multi-shot Demon Hunter. So I was like, Friday I got home from work. I did a couple rounds of bounties. I was like, since Kadala won't give me any ancients on my Barbarian, I'm just going to re-roll for him. So I re-rolled a helmet, got an ancient helmet, which thank God finally. It took me I rolled on Kadala for like 20,000 blood shards, and that bitch wouldn't give me an ancient helmet that was good to save my life. But Kania's Cube gave me one, and then I was like, well, I haven't tried bracers, but I got a couple rolls left. Let's just try it. So I literally took the bracers that I had on, because God forbid I had another pair. Took the bracers I had on off. I was like, let's hope for the best. And I got the best rolled primal Mordic bracers I could possibly get. So so I got a pair of primal Mordic brace. I got a pair of primal fucking gauntlets for the Breath of the Waste set. So I got at least 2 primals on that guy. But I don't have an ancient belt. And then the rest of Friday night and Saturday, I decided that I was going to take all my gems that I had sitting in the 80s and I was going to level them up to like 106. So I leveled them all up to 106, and I, augmented all the good stuff that was left on my barb. And that took me most of Saturday. And that's where I sat. Then, like, half this week, and for some reason, I don't understand why, like my past just like keeps like cropping up in my brain, and it just keeps going. You really want to play this game. You really want to play this game. So I wanted to buy a Dreamcast so bad, like this last week. I was like, well, they got servers online. Let's take one of these servers. So I downloaded a Phantasy Star Online, that's on a private server. And God forbid that thing would load on my computer. That thing, it wouldn't load whatsoever. When it did, like, it would crash my computer. Or the screen would be this big in the middle of my big screen TV. I'm like, there's no way I'm playing this game like this. So, then I'm like looking online for Dreamcast and stuff like that. And I could possibly get that game pretty cheap, like the GameCube version. Amazon's selling it for 200 and some bucks right now. I sold my Dreamcast. I mean, not my Dreamcast. I sold my GameCube and that game to my buddy's dad before I went to college back in 2004. So I could literally drive to his house and say, "Hey, I'll give you 50 bucks for that game right now." And I don't want to do that. So I will buy Dreamcast in that game eventually. But then it was like, well, if you can't play Phantasy Star Online, why don't you try and play Phantasy Star Universe? There has to be a server of, you should be able to download something. So a search on Saturday night. Yes, there's a Phantasy Star Universe server, private server. So I download that. And I start playing that. Like, the screen is like, if I make it 16:9 for some reason, it locks my computer up. But if I leave it at like the 800 by whatever resolution, I could literally just take my cursor to the edge of the window and just balloon it up to the size of my, like, it's pretty much 3/4 of my screen because it's 4:3.
Oh, pixelated.
Huh? No, it's not pixelated. No.
Wow.
It looks exactly like it did back in the day. So I did that, and I want to say right now I played that game probably for 10 hours or so, yesterday and today. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know if you would call it an MMO. I don't know if you'd call it an ARPG. I don't know if you would call it an RPG. But it's online. You're going to be like, well, that sounds like Diablo 4. It kind of does. If you're in a hub world, there could be all these people that you're playing with. Like, they're everywhere, right? There's all kinds of people everywhere. You start a mission, you're in that mission by yourself and your party. Nobody else can get in. Unless, like, if you set like a password and nobody can get in unless they break your password, and then they can literally get into your party if there's less than 4 people. But that's the only time that you interact with people in this world is in hub world, like in the hub towns. If you're doing a mission, it's just you and your party. I don't know. You got to level up. You got to level up your character. You got to level up your class. You got to level up your pet that's on your shoulder that buffs you. There's all kinds of in-depth, stuff with this game. This was back in 2006, back when WoW was classic. The first time. Yeah, Well, you guys were playing that. I was playing Phantasy Star Universe and meeting people from New York, and then driving up there and meeting them in real life. That's what I literally did. While you guys were playing WoW Classic. I still call them people friends to this day. I messaged them on Facebook Messenger. I just took my iPad, took a picture of my TV screen, and I go, I missed 13 years ago, and sent it to them. I don't. It was such a good game. I don't know what's going to happen spring of 2020 whenever the second version comes out in the United States. Well, Phantasy Star Online version or whatever 2. It's been in Japan since it was launched about the same time Diablo 3 was, and it's coming out spring of 2020. They overly monetized that one in Japan. I don't know why it didn't come to America anytime sooner, but to me, them are one of the best MMO, ARPG, RPG, whatever you want to call them, that I've ever played in my life.
Cool.
But yeah, that's what I did Saturday night and the Sunday. But I did play a ton of Diablo 3. I think I'm up to 150 hours or something like that played for Diablo 3 this season. It's only been 3 weeks.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I had a weird week in gaming. I want to say... Hey, this thing. Before? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So I guess Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I didn't play at all. Just real life and a bunch of other blah, blah, blah. Wednesday I got home at 9 o'clock. Which is, start at 5, get home at 9. It's not exactly working 9 to 5, you know what I mean? The songs, I don't know. I guess my boss has dyslexia because it's he thinks it's 5 to 9, bro. It's 9 to 5. The other way around. Not good. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a long, long week. I did manage to. You remember I kept rolling shoulders, and she wouldn't give me nothing. This morning, she finally gave me an ancient pair of shoulders. They were a minute hair better than the non-ancient pair that I had. So I put them on. I went over there. You got to put 15 rend damage on it. I rolled like crazy till I got 15 rend damage on it. Put them on. I ran a rift. Bam. New ancient shoulders. Way better than the ones I just had. So I took them to the stupid thing and rolled like crazy to get 15 stupid rend damage on them. Ran another rift. The next rift. Boom. Ancient shoulders. Even better than the ones I have. So, again, I'm over there at the Enchantress. and I could only get 14 rend damage on this pair. I don't know why. I've rolled over and over and over and over and over again. It won't give me the 15. I've done it. I mean, literally this morning I ended up with 3 different pairs. Thank God they weren't augmented. Thank God I didn't augment them. So, I don't have any primals, but I am full ancient now. Except for, I decided to go with the little rogue and slanderer, and I do not have a little rogue ancient. So I'm trying to get a little rogue ancient, but even with the non-ancient little rogue, I'm still doing better than with the Bolcaptus set, because I changed my stuff around a little bit, and I'm no longer using whatever it was, the one that pulls all the enemies into you when you whirlwind. And I'm using Wind Shear because you have to, because you don't have the regeneration that the Bolcaptus gives you. And I had to get rid of one of my passives and go with the suppression, the one that gives you the more fury. You have to run those 2 things.
Superstition?
Yeah, it might be superstition. I don't have the game open. Sorry, brother. Is there one that's called suppression? Bye. It doesn't matter. Superstition. Is that the one that looks like an eye or like a weird oblong egg?
I don't know. I just seen it on the leaderboard, people.
Yeah, that one. So, I've seen the leaderboard people running the stone gauntlets, and I still can't make that work. I still don't know how the heck they're doing that. Have you tried it?
I didn't pay attention when Tuba was. I watched him on Friday or Saturday, whenever he was trying for a 138, and I didn't pay attention to what he was doing because I was literally just farming and watching him at the same time.
Yeah. But I did hit 1,000 Paragon, so I know. Way behind you. But 1,000's good for me, brother.
Yeah.
Especially with my stupid work schedule right now. It's just been crazy. It's like, damn. Then I had to go to a Christmas market Friday, which was 3 tents. No, 5 tents. Only 3 of the 5 tents had anything in them. And literally one tent had like some wooden homemade snowflake things that you could buy and then hang up or whatever. And then the other one, the guy was selling glue vine, which they don't care. They don't call it glue vine here, but it's glue vine. So anyway, I was like, oh, hey, look, baby, they got glue vine. My wife really likes glue vine. And she's like, oh, nice, glue vine. Let's get some. And then I seen this sign in front of the glue vine that said $6.99 for like a glass, like a little glass of glue vine, like this, like a shot glass. I was like, $6.99, like dollars, or is that pesos? Because the dude was Mexican. That is a good question, right? Like, hey, is that dollars or pesos? Because $6.99, bro. A bottle of glue vine is $5. I was just like,
I don't know what glue vine is.
It's like a wine that you heat up and then you drink at the Christmas market. Look, a bottle's $5. I'm not paying $5.99 for a shot glass. So we nixed-dined on that. The other booth had some cookies. We looked at them. Nope. Drove across the street. Drove across the street to Brahms, got me a freaking vanilla milkshake, and drove home. And I was just like, what the hell? So after working all day, I had to take my wife to that Christmas market. And I just chilled with some Netflix, and I think I was still hungry. I ate a snack and went to sleep. That was it. So, I did play a little in the morning before I went to work on a couple of those days. But by like a little, I mean, like 20, 30 minutes or whatever. And I ran into Lamnith once, and we ran through some like 105s real quick. He was playing support Barb, and I was playing Barb, and yeah, I was all right. I mean, I wish I would have had more time because like we were getting some pretty good Paragon. But yeah, just clipping. I'm above 1,000 now, which is hashtag gold, right? I guess. And I'm all ancient, and I have 4 augments. And because I switched everything around, I leveled up my stricken to like whatever 106, 107, whatever. I think it's 107. And I dropped my Gogok, so I'm no longer using the Gogok. But because you have the attack speed from the little rogue and the slanderer, it seems like because of the obsidian ring, you actually don't need the Gogok.
No.
So, like if you're running the Bulkathis, you need it.
No, you're good.
Well, I don't know. I was having 100% uptime, and I still have 100% uptime on my rafts, so it's fine, I guess. I mean, I guess the moral of the story is it's fine. I guess if you're at a lower level, you can run it to like just blaze through faster. But once you get over like 105, you kind of need to get rid of it and get the streak because it takes too long to kill the Rift Guardian. So back to the stricken. So.
I didn't realize you were using Gogok. I just assumed you were using Trap Stricken and Taeguk.
Well, I switched to it because at the time I had low gear level, and I was having trouble keeping my Wrath of the Berserker up. So I used it in order to, supplement my Wrath, because you get the cooldown, and it worked. It was great. But now I'm over that. I have better gear now. And so yeah, I'm like real close to 2 million damage, sheet damage, which is nice, especially considering how much they buffed the crap out of Rend, right? Because Rend just goes like crazy. And 2 million sheet damage plus all the multipliers to Rend, that's a lot of damage. It seems like baseline, I'm like 199 or some shit like that, so almost 2 million. You can call it 2, whatever, round up, whatever, right? But like like your sheet damage, you start going and get all your buffs going, and I'm up like 5.1 million on my sheet once I get everything, full whirlwind and I'm hitting enemies. And I got all the Wrath Berserkers up and all my stuff. All my stuff is going, all my buffs. I'm like over 5 million damage, so I'm just clipping through. I dropped my cooldown on my weapons. I no longer carry cooldown on my weapons. Which again, I had a lower level gear, right? So I needed the cooldown to keep Berserker up, but I dropped them. I had 10 on each, and I went to the 24 on each area damage. And wow, what a difference that made. Because I'm playing a little different now. I gather a giant group of enemies, and I use the small enemies to kill the elites. Because of Bloodbath. Because of Ren Bloodbath. And yeah, with that, and that's what all the people on the leaderboard, they're all running the 24 area damage.
You manually cast Rend, right?
Do what?
You manually cast Rend?
No.
Then your area damage isn't doing anything to you.
Well, seems like it worked. I don't know. It's killing the shit out of stuff.
You have to manually cast Rend for area damage to affect Rend.
I didn't know that.
Well, me either till this weekend.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I will. I guess when I'm in a giant group, I'll try to cast Rend or something to see if it makes it different. If that doesn't work, then why the hell is all the big boys running Rend? Are they don't have?
They manually cast Rend.
Wow. Okay. Well, I gotta change my freaking play style up, I guess.
You just got to hit it whenever you got a big pack up. It's not like
Yeah.
you.
Nah, I guess it's not that big of a deal. I just gotta move my rend from 4. I have it on 4, so I just need to like move it from 4 to 2 or some shit.
I
So that
just
way
put it.
it's
I just put it on my mouse.
mouse. Yeah, I can put it on my mouse too. But either way, so that's that's my week in gaming. So that's you know, even though even though it was like I didn't get much playtime, I did. I felt like I got some good. I got somewhere. I felt like I got somewhere in the game because, like I said, I hit 1,000 Paragon. I got those shoulders. I'm full ancient now, and I'm working on a 5th augment right now. So I'll get a 5th augment probably tomorrow. If I mean, depending on how crazy tomorrow is at work, eh, you know. And plus, it's supposed to be real icy and hella cold and raining and just miserable outside. So that's going to be a fun thing.
It's supposed to snow here tomorrow.
Yeah. They're calling it winter mix here. Ice storm, basically. Not fun. I'd rather have snow because snow's like you can put clothes on and it's not necessarily like you don't get wet, you're not miserable, you know what I mean? Like if it's raining, you get wet and miserable because it's raining, it's cold, you can't get warm. Snow, like it gets on you, you can dust it off, but it's not a I mean, you know what I mean. It's just the crazy. Well, anyway, uh, you want to go over Banhammer stuff?
Yeah. This is
I know you've been waiting for this one.
this is this is where I get I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but this is where I get redemption, I guess.
Yeah, this is nice.
That that bastard that I was yelling about I don't know, a couple shows ago that wouldn't release his name. I no longer have to worry about him because he's no longer playing Diablo 3 for the rest of his life.
Lifetime ban, yeah.
Whenever, yeah, he was the dude that got a lifetime ban from doing the 150 clear on a support barb, and he did it, I guess, on a couple other characters. And I don't quite understand it. Riker said it like perfectly. If you cheated, you're still a cheater, no matter what, and you still did something wrong that you shouldn't have. But you got like I guess his followers that are going. I can't believe you got a lifetime ban. What Blizzard knew about this, man? Like I don't get that like side of the community. Okay, he used macros against the terms of service. I got proof of that. I can go back to Quinn's videos and show everybody that. That's against terms of service, number one. He used TurboHUD against terms of service. I got messages telling me that that motherfucker used TurboHUD to think.
I
Now
seen him. I watched his stream one day. He blatantly, right on the stream, had it right open, right on stream.
Now he does this. And this is where he gets caught. And I go on another Discord, and I tell the guy that I talked with a couple weeks ago, saying should I turn this guy in? Shouldn't? If I kind of feel like I should. I'm a co-host of a podcast, blah blah blah. And he goes, well, Blizzard isn't going to do anything about it anyway, so I really wouldn't. You're just going to be wasting your breath. So whenever he got banned, I go to his Discord and I go, see, I didn't have to turn him in anyways. The dude stuck his own foot in his mouth and got himself banned. I'm like,
Here's the thing. don't you think that if you smoke a 150 in like 4 minutes on several different classes, don't
It
you
was
think?
like 9.
Okay, 9, whatever. An unbelievable time on the highest rift possible. No one's ever attempted. No one's ever come close to that. Not solo. They've done it in 4-player. But I mean, come on. Don't you think you do that on several characters? Do you think the people at Blizzard goes, "Oh my God, this guy is a phenomenal. Yeah, this guy's phenomenal. Look at this. He plays so good." Or do you think they go, "How'd that guy do that? No one else is doing that. No one else is coming close to that. Well, let's check it out." I mean, it's almost like he did it on purpose. I mean, maybe that's why they're mad that he got banned, because like maybe he was like, "Look, you can do this," you know. But I mean, cheating's cheating.
He did it on a barb, and then he said he's going to do it on this class, and he's going to do it on this class. And I guess Twitch suspended him like that night he was doing that. So Twitch took his channel down, and then the next day, I guess when like all the people high ups from Blizzard got in, they were like, "Yeah, I think we should ban him too."
I mean, look, you cheat, man. That's just what it is. You can't be mad if you cheat and then you get caught. That's just what it is. You cheat, man. We're not cheating. Now, look, if you got banned over, like, something you didn't know what it was or whatever, like maybe, I don't know, maybe you weren't supposed to wear a piece of gear. So, I mean, I don't even know what you would be banned. I mean, because I know you don't cheat, but like, if you had done something accidental, like maybe somebody told you, "Hey, man, if you stand close to this wall right here and hit it a bunch of times, you get more stacks of the buff," and maybe you don't realize that's cheating or against terms of service or whatever. And if you got banned for that, I'd be like, "Oh, bro, that's messed up," because like you were just playing a game. But I mean, that dude using macros, using TurboHUD, using botting, plus doing that exploit. All 4 of those things you're not supposed to be doing.
I can't. I don't know if he bought it or not.
I can't say that he bought it. I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't he? Because he done all the other stuff. I didn't mean him specifically, but I meant like. And the crazy thing is the whole TurboHUD thing. Just like maybe 2 weeks ago, they put out a blue post saying, "If you're using TurboHUD, quit it, because like we're gonna start banning people for TurboHUD," and they just started talking about that. It almost seemed like right when they started talking about that, he started using more of the cheating. I mean, they told you, "Hey, don't use third-party add-ons." They put it in a big blue post.
I use Spotify overlay. I'm sorry, Blizzard.
If you get banned for listening, look, Diablo has game music. Like when you're in there, it's like or whatever. I'm not a good musician with my mouth, and whatever, the sounds that it makes.
Yeah.
And if you're in there and you don't enjoy that music, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. Oh, you're gonna get banned from Discord.
No, they already said Discord was okay.
Discord's cool.
They didn't say anything about Spotify, which
Well, I Spotify on my second screen, and I'm not using Spotify overlay, so I'm good to go there.
I don't need to ask for permission on that one because I know I'm not gonna troll the
troll the devs.
Yeah.
Ask Brandy. Brandy, hey, can we Spotify? I think if you listen to rap, you cannot Spotify. I think that's the rules. Can't rap in Diablo.
Audible doesn't have an overlay, but what happens if you're listening to a Diablo book while you're playing Diablo? If they had an overlay for Audible, don't you think that would be acceptable?
Someone needs to figure out the perfect music. Like, do you remember when people were, well, I don't know if you know about this or not, but like the Wizard of Oz and then the Dark Side of the Moon match up perfectly together? Like if you play both of those, like if you watch the Wizard of Oz and then turn the volume off, and then put on the Dark Side of the Moon,
Yeah.
it matches up perfectly. So I wonder if there's like a match up perfectly thing for Diablo 3.
Well, I'm gonna put this challenge out for the developers of Diablo 4, since it's not gonna happen in Diablo 3. I guess it kind of could, because there's still, we still
Got classic.
Act 4. I don't know if I've seen Angels. I don't think I've seen Angels Falling or anything like that. But there's a I can't remember if it's I don't think it's Disturbed. I think it's
Drowning Pool?
No. Shit, I can't think of the band now. There's a band. I can't think of the name. God, I'm getting old. But they talk about like angels falling from the sky. Like every time like I listen to that at work, I'm like, this is the perfect like Diablo song.
Aerosmith?
No, it's
I know. I'm messing with you, bro.
it's like the same it's the same caliber of it's like Disturbed and stuff like that. I just can't think of their name. The dude's a good singer. I can't think.
That what slips my mind. I don't know. Well, anyway. So yeah, hey guys, don't use TurboHUD or freaking macros. Number locking is fine. You can number lock. Blizzard don't care about number locking, but don't freaking use TurboHUD and don't do dumb stuff like that, because the only thing that's going to happen is they're going to catch you eventually, and then you're not going to have an account no more, and then you're going to be like, dang it. So just play legitimately. It's more fun that way anyway. So is that all you got for Banhammer news?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Don't cheat, guys. Really. It's stupid. And the way that guy was, Jesus.
Game's hard enough playing it regularly.
Yeah.
Let alone not being able to play it at all.
Did you even talk about what he was doing with the support bar?
What do you mean?
That he was like in a 4-player group, but he was just playing solo GR, and he kept teleporting back and forth. And the other people in the group were gathering enemies so that he could get more Pandemonium buffs.
Yeah, he just kept stacking Pandemonium buffs on himself and then going back into the Greater Rift.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and they fixed that.
Yeah, it's done.
That patch. So you can't do that anymore anyway, which is... I don't even know why people even think of stuff like that, because like I wouldn't have thought of anything like that. Like, hey, let's get a bunch of people together, and they can get a bunch of enemies, and then they can kill them for me, and then I can go back to the rift and clear. I don't even think I would even think of that. That's so.
You gotta get 3 other people to go along with it too.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if they got banned for doing it.
I would assume.
Wow, how bad would it suck to help your buddy cheat and you get banned for it? Like, hey, I didn't do nothing. Well, they did do it, but whatever. I don't know their names, so I don't know if they're still. You can't see that they've been removed or whatever. But yeah, I was happy that they removed him. I was happy that they removed his clears from the board. Although now I think there's legitimate clears on there now, huh?
Yeah, there's a 150 I seen yesterday or the day before of a barb. Did like 7 levels higher than everybody else. Did a 150.
Well, hey, if that guy did it legitimately, then hey, right here, I'll give you the soul clap, internet high five, and whatever else, because that's awesome. I've never been anywhere near close to that. So that's awesome. I'm sure he has a ton of Paragon and a ton of everything else. So that's great.
I give up.
You give up. You'll think of it 3 minutes after the show's over.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I was looking, like, thinking, there's a song, like, and then there's so many freaking songs out there. Like, you type in Whisper, and it's like, nope, I don't see the band. It's like, whatever.
All right. Well, anyway, we have friends. That friend's named Jen. She has a podcast. It's called Jen's Lore Corner. Man, guys, get in there, bookofjen.net, and listen to it. Great content. Easy to listen to. Doesn't take a long time, about 15 minutes or so. Some of them are a little bit longer, some are a little bit shorter, but average about 15 minutes. In case you don't know what that's about, it's just about the lore of Diablo. She does a great job, you know. The lore of this game is like in a lot of different places, like comic books or novels or in game, and it's like spread out or on like things, write ups that were on the internet. So it's like spread out everywhere, and you really have to you have to go out of your way to put the story of Diablo together. Like, you know, the game does a pretty good job of it. Like, you run through the acts and you kind of get an overall like story of what's going on. You get a what's going on type. But if you want to dig deep into the lore, Diablo lore goes real deep, and one great place to find out a lot about lore is her podcast. She does a great job. So, you know, just check it out, bookofjen.net. And so that's that. If y'all have extra money and, you know, you've been like throwing it away or burning it or like flushing it down the toilet, well, stop doing that. You can give it to us. I know what you're thinking. Like, whoa, how can I quit burning this money and give it to you, Greed? Well, we have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Soulstone, and you could just like give that money instead of burning it. You could just give that money to us. If you give us enough money, we have like another little like a spin-off show. We call it Storytime with Greed and Shazam, and we go ham, hog wild on the stories. Pretty much nothing to do with Diablo. It's just meant to be entertaining stories. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes not so funny, but they're just meant to be like an entertaining, kind of like a thank you for supporting us type deal. You know, it's the only way you can listen to it's on Patreon. Yeah, you know, if that's what you want to do, you want to. If you've been throwing garbage bags of money like in the trash because like you don't know what else to do with it, you know, well, you can send it our way. And if that's not your situation, if you just have a couple of dollars laying around the house, you could give that. We like a couple of dollars. So yeah, you know, if you want to support us, that's a great way. You know, if you're one of these guys that work like nonstop like myself, and you don't have extra money to give away, or don't give away money like me, I don't give away any money. But yeah, like if you just don't have it, you know, you're working real hard and you just ain't got it. Plus it's it's Christmas, so you got to buy the extra toys or whatever, right? Don't worry about it. Best way to support our show is just by listening, which you're already doing, because you're awesome. And if you're awesome, you might want to spread your awesome sauce. And what you can do is you can just jump into Discord. You can find our Discord invitation link on our website. And Shazam will tell you down here in a minute how to get to the website. But yeah, you know, just jump in Discord, say hi. Here lately, it's been a little empty because, like, I work like crazy right now. Shazam's busy, I don't know, trying to download private servers and working on cars picking his nose and working on cars. I don't know, something like that, right? And so, and there's other people that are on there too. King Tut seems to be on there quite often. Yeah, everybody's kind of like in the wind. It's the holidays right now, but yeah. Anyway, our Discord's generally awesome, and I don't know if you want to go over other media. We got time.
I don't understand iTunes. I really don't get it. Like I said last week that Joker was the 24th of this month, Christmas Eve, blah blah blah. And then I fired up iTunes back in my bedroom today, and it says pre-order now, get it Tuesday. So is it coming out on the 17th or is it coming out on the 24th? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be watching that movie, definitely.
You can just get it on the 17th?
I don't know. It's the way iTunes is saying I can get it on the 17th, which doesn't make any sense. Why are they telling me to pre-order it now and get it on Tuesday when it's not this Tuesday, it's next Tuesday?
I mean, the 24th is a Tuesday. Maybe that's what they mean. Maybe it's worded. I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. I didn't really watch any serial killer stuff this week. I know it's an off week.
Wow, that's
honestly, I don't know. Did I talk about last week downloading the second Diablo book?
Yeah. You were talking about it.
I didn't finish that yet. That book seems to be a bit longer than the first book. But I was watching Tuba and a whole bunch of other people do the solo self-Fallon because that ended today.
Who won?
I don't know. Tuba had a one. Last time I looked, he had a 137 Barb with the Bull Cathos sets. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he won or if somebody else did or what. But as far as other media, honestly, other than watching Big Mouth finally for the season 3, I didn't watch anything else really. And Big Mouth is not appropriate for this for this podcast. It's about kids going through puberty. A cartoon. Yeah, there's a lot of people that before season 1 came out, there were so many people that were bashing it and how could this happen and blah blah blah. And now they're on season 3. You know what I mean?
What is?
And yeah. So one of the moms is going through menopause. It is definitely a different cartoon. But other than that, I don't think I really watched anything else. Didn't watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet. Didn't watch It 2. Didn't watch that yet. I'm just so behind from freaking playing Diablo so freaking much. Yeah, sorry, but that's about all the other media.
There's this dude that works the route right next to me. He's like a really cool dude. He's from West Africa, And I don't know. I talk to him on the phone while I'm delivering mail sometimes. And I don't know. I was talking to him on the phone this week, and for some reason, Bernie Mac came up, and he don't know any American stuff because he's only been in this country for a couple years or whatever. And so he doesn't he didn't grow up here, so he grew up in a shack with a dirt floor. I mean, you know what I mean? Now he's a business owner, and he works at the post office. He's got his own business. But yeah, I like him a lot because he's a real hard worker, and man, he snaps right to it, man. If you need any help, man, he'll come right to help. I mean, he's just a really good guy, you know. But for some reason, like, he never heard of Bernie Mac. Blows my mind, right? Like, because how the hell do you not know who Bernie Mac is? So I was like sending him clips of Bernie Mac on YouTube, and now Bernie Mac is like his favorite. And I was like, man, if you like Bernie Mac, dude, you got to hear Pryor, right? Because like he doesn't know who Richard Pryor is, which is it's like how do you not know Pryor? Like I get it, like he was in Africa when Bernie Mac died, so I get it. Maybe you don't know who Bernie Mac is, right? But how in the hell do you not know who Richard Pryor is? So I was telling him that Netflix had live in concert, Richard Pryor live in concert, and so I ended up watching that and a couple other things and some other things from Bernie Mac. But I've seen it a bunch of times, but it's still good, and it's just come on, it's Richard Pryor, right? Like how can you? But for some reason, my buddy doesn't seem to like Richard Pryor. He loves Bernie Mac, and he keeps telling me that Bernie Mac is way better than Pryor. I'm like, bro, you have hit your head. I'm like, bro, you need to put the crack pipe down, bro, because like you are that. Trust me. It's like so I keep sending him more Richard Pryor stuff, and he's just like, I laughed, but not as good as Bernie. I'm like, no, this you don't understand, bro. Like, I don't. So anyway, I've been watching a lot of comedy stuff because I was trying to get my buddy to like Richard Pryor, which I never thought I'd have to like physically try to get someone to like Richard Pryor, right? Because like, who don't like Richard Pryor? Very weird. So yeah, that and I watched some random movie called Six Underground. It's a new movie on Netflix. It's very interesting. It was this guy, I guess he has a ton of money or whatever, and he's going around like executing bad people. Not him, like him and a whole team of people, like 6 people. It was very well shot. I recommend it. It was entertaining.
Is it the Ryan Reynolds movie?
Shoot, I don't know who was in it. It might be. Dang it. Let me. Oh, that's gonna be loud. Hold on a second. I hate when that sound automatically starts. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the one.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Oh, that's loud. Ugh. Sorry. My Netflix volume's on 100%, bro.
I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, I know, but it's... And hopefully nobody heard that from the show either. Hopefully that was just an Andy thing and not a everybody heard that. But anyway, yeah, it was around... That's who that is. Very, very good. So that's what I watched this week. Other than that, man, just trying to get my buddy into Pryor, which my whole life, I never thought I was going to have to, like, tell somebody who the hell Richard Pryor is. I mean, I get it. Like, he's not from this country, so, like, you know, he might have some dude named Montambo or something that I don't know who he is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some famous guy who carries water bottles on his head or something. I wouldn't know who that guy is either. But, yeah, so anyway. You know what, though? I was listening to that My Sister Kid bit by Bernie Mac. Oh, I forgot how funny that is. Jesus Christ, that's ridiculously good. He's talking about... Never mind. It's not appropriate. It's not good for the show, bro. Y'all should go check that bit out, though, because it's too much. One thing I will say is he was talking about he had to adopt his sister's kids for reasons, and his brother was supposed to go to court with him, and they were gonna do like, hey, you take the kids for 6 months, and I'll take the kids for 6 months. And Bernie Mac said he stood up and said he would take the kids, and then he turned around and his brother was running out of the courtroom. his brother goaded him into adopting the kids. Anyway, it is funny. Not as funny as Pryor is. Not as good as Pryor, I don't think, anyway. Well, anyway, you got anything else for the show, sir?
Nope.
All right. I'll wave goodbye to our lovely, lovely listeners. I will let you wave goodbye and close the show, sir.
I'm gonna say goodbye for once.
I know guys, you totally never do.
You guys all have a Merry Christmas, because this is the absolute last podcast you're gonna listen to before Christmas time. So
this is the episode before. No, there's one more.
No, there's not. We're currently on the 15th of this month, and the next episode we are going to tape is on the 22nd, so therefore it's not going to come out till the 27th. So it's after Christmas.
All right.
Boom.
We still tape it before Christmas.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We got 2 more shows before the end of the year. Of course, we got 2 episodes that'll come out before the end of the year, and then we'll have one that comes out on the 3rd.
Yep.
So that's a thing, I guess.
I say we get drunk for the last one this year. It comes out on the 3rd.
I am not good drunk, bro. Have you ever seen me on a podcast drunk? Well, there's a podcast called The Converted, in which I danced. Not good. Y'all can look that up. It's on YouTube. That's an early Christmas present for you. You can watch Greed dance. One time I was they don't use the naughty language either. And one time I was on their show, a different episode. I was on there like 3 or 4 times. And one time I had a bunch to drink. Let's just say that. And Bellstickle was like, "What's wrong, Greed?" And I was like, "Man, I'm beep beep beep." and I looked at the monitor, and all 4 of them were staring at me like, and I was like, yeah. Except for I didn't say the beeps. Yeah. And that show's live, so it is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're drunk, maybe you shouldn't be on a podcast.
Yeah.
Plus, when I'm drunk, man, you can really hear my southern accent in a major way. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the thing for me about drinking, and I don't have nothing against drinking. I'll drink. The thing is like, if you can have one, whatever, that's not gonna really bug you. But if you start drinking a bunch, man, the next day you know how it is the next day. And I'm gonna be at work, and I do not want to feel like crap at work.
Yeah, we'd have to do it on a Saturday night or something.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like, I need a day to recover, bro, because I don't want to go to work and carry mail and and every time you get drunk and then go to work the next day, you got a hangover. It's always like heavy boxes and crappy weather, and it's not good. So I just decided if I have to work the next day, I keep it to a minimum on the drinking. Which is probably a smart idea. It started as a summer thing, because I was like, man, drinking in the summer and then going to work, and it's like, 4 million degrees in the freaking truck, and you're like, you're already dehydrated anyway because you've been drinking, and it wasn't good. So I had to shut it. I had to hit the brakes on that. And then it was like I didn't drink for a whole summer, and then I was kind of like, nah. So it's not an intentional thing. It just, I don't know. I don't know why I'm making excuses for not drinking. That's really weird.
I haven't drank in years, so I ain't making any excuses. I just haven't drank.
Most people make excuses for drinking. I'm over here making excuses why I don't drink. I don't know. It's weird. I don't drink. I mean, I do, but again, weird. Right. That was a hand and arm signal, sir.
Oh.
You were laughing at me. I was like, yay.
Well, I guess. You've been listening to episode 241 of the Shattered Soulstone, the Diablo community podcast. Missed an episode? You can find the show's blog. Listen to the show archives at www.shatteredsoulstone.com. Your support, you can help the show grow. Become a Patreon today. Patreon.com/Soulstone. Come join us in-game or in-game community and clan, both named Shattered Soulstone. We're open to anyone who would like to join. You can also join us on Discord for the ultimate team and community-based experience. Find our Discord invitation link on the Twitter and Facebook page, as well as the Shattered Soulstone website. The overlay won't get you banned. This show is powered by you, the listener. Send your contributions, thoughts, questions, and feedback to show at shatteredsoulstone.com. We love Twitter. Come join and tweet with us. You can find the show's Twitter at ShatteredStone, Deadgreed at Deadgreed1812, and you can find me at Shazam081. You can find the show's Facebook page, facebook.com/ShatteredSoulstone. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to Medros at Dawnforge Productions for hosting our Loot Deviant show. You can find more shows from the Dawnforge at www.thedawnforge.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, from all of us here at the Shattered Soulstone, over 240 episodes for your listening pleasure.
Dawnforge.
Unforge.